to me enough is enough. They just wanna hurt us, bring us down, bring us down. Enough is enough. We won't let them hurt us, bring us down, bring us down. Enough is enough. You won't bring us down, bring us down. Enough is enough. They just wanna hurt us, bring us down, bring us down. Enough is enough. We won't let them hurt us, bring us down, bring us down. Enough is enough. Enough is enough, is enough, is enough. Enough is enough.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Indie Wrestling Corner with another episode of Under the Ropes. I'm your host as always, the queen of the indies, Tiffany. It's time for some tag team action. One of my favorite things in the independent scene going on right now. Had to bring on the Haven. So we got Oynx and Shawn Knyte. How are you guys?
Good, how you doing?
I am good. I'm good. I'm glad to have you guys here. I mean, I've been telling you guys I've been wanting you on for a little bit now. So
Glad to be here.
Yay, I'm so glad we get to learn a little bit about you. I know a lot of people were really excited that I had you
Time
guys
to see
finally
YouTube
coming on.
stuff.
So, guys, if you're new here to the Under the Rope series, here I interview everything independent wrestling, whether it's wrestlers, promoters, referees, backstage. I got you covered. If you guys got questions for these guys, please feel free, drop it into the chat. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to answer all of your questions. So, all right, we're gonna go back to basics. That's what we like to do here. So for the people that may or may not know you, we'd like to learn a little bit about you guys. So how did you get into professional wrestling?
Jay usually is the one that explains this.
You want me to explain like how Shawn and I met, or like
We'll
how
do
we-
that
like, how we got to
after.
this?
Let's talk about like
Okay.
like how you guys like decided to like get into wrestling.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
You saw me
so-
go first?
whoever wants to
I'll
go
go
first.
So for me, I got into professional wrestling because literally I was born into it. Like my mom and my aunts were big wrestling fans, so they used to go to the shows back in the day, like at the New Haven Coliseum and whatnot. So when I was born, like the first memories that I have are literally of like Stone Cold and The Rock, like on TV. That's all I was watching. And as I grew up, I would just be watching Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown. It used to be on Thursdays when I was younger. And then I would be buying like the videos, like the DVDs of like Randy Orton, Batista, Edge, and like how they came up and stuff. And I was like, I'm gonna do this when I get older. it was just like a real cool concept to me, and it was like something so different and out of this world. It was like you could literally do whatever, be whatever. Like,
God, that's amazing. Kylon's in the chat. What's up, Kylon?
what's good, Brody? The king.
My story's a little bit more whack than his. I should have went first.
My fault.
Now you good. I got into like in a more like orthodox way. So my 8th birthday, one of my cousins had came over, and he had brought his Xbox over, and with his Xbox he had SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, and I didn't have like any like new consoles at my mom's house, so I was like, fuck it, it's a game I'm gonna play, and then like I was terrible at the game. And I was just like, nah, I can't go out like this. So I went to GameStop and I bought a copy for myself. And then I just started playing it, not knowing that like these are actual fucking people I'm playing as. Yeah. Until like one night I'm just scrolling through channels and I just see Monday Night Raw. I'm like, oh shit, that's from that game I was playing. And I see Triple H and Shawn Michaels cutting a promo in the ring. I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? Let me see what's going on here. And then like from there, like I was like, okay, I know it comes on Monday at like 9:00 now. I might as well just keep watching. And then from there, just gain more knowledge from it. Find out what's going on Friday too. I'm like, all right, at least I can stay up late and watch it instead of having to go to bed early like on Monday nights. Mm-hmm. So then that was just pretty much how my passion for it grew.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's funny. I still can't figure out the video games. Like, I know. No, I think I remember one of my friends. He went away. I think it was for something with like, I don't know if it was AEW or WWE or something like a WrestleMania or something. He was there for like a couple of days and like he lent me one of the games, and I was like, I can't play this shit. Like, okay. I was like, take your game back. So I think when he came over to my house to like play it, he goes, you didn't start shit. And I was like, I gave up on the game. So I still can't play that. But I had a friend who purposely, she downloaded it because she knew I was very big into wrestling. And she's like, Tiff. She goes, I'm playing as your boy, Seth Rollins. She was like, she's like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm playing. And she started streaming it. So it was pretty entertaining. Let me get more love in this chat. Captain Dave, what's going on? Justin from Nerds of Wrestling, how are ya? Thanks for coming on in. Yeah, so, oh, hey, what's up, Carlos? I can imagine how awesome it is to meet someone you play as in the game. Oh, so that's actually a good, kind of like question to go there. Have you guys met anybody that you played in the games?
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
That's a perfect question.
Oh no.
So, on my birthday, Blitzkrieg Pro, we're wrestling at the Retro World Expo, and Perry Von Vicious comes backstage. He's like, "Yo, y'all better go out there and get Kofi and Xavier." And at first we just like bullshit, like because I'm thinking either somebody's cosplaying as them or like we're just making a joke saying that you look like the New Day because we get that comparison so much.
Yeah.
Literally everywhere. I get Kofi
like,
Kingston anywhere I go.
He's like, no, I'm being so serious. Like, bro, they're out there right now. I'm like, let me go look. I go out there and look, and sure enough, they're right there. I'm just like, yo, what? Bro,
it's got to be a little nerve-wracking.
That was because it was just like, like seeing like people who I grew up watching, saying just right here, and it's like, I remember just seeing like Kofi and Xavier, like, oh, they're not that much taller than I am. It gave me like a bit more confidence in myself because I'm like, oh man, I'm probably gonna look like short as hell if Shawn and I ever gets like signed there.
Right.
But like, it was just insane. And there's like a funny story about that too. Like one of the workers came up as I'm talking with Kofi. He's like, oh my goodness, like can I get a pic with you too? And I'm thinking she's talking about Kofi and Xavier because they're right there. The whole time she looking right at me and Shawn. I'm like, us? You want to pick with us? We got okay.
And then she proceeds to hand the phone to Kofi and then steps in the middle of us so that he could take the picture. We're just like, this is so bizarro world right now. Like, what is going on?
And Kofi takes the picture like with a smile on his face, like didn't mind it whatsoever. I'm like, this is backwards right now. We should be taking a picture of Kofi right now. Right?
No, but that's nice. We're all fans at heart, even like you guys. You guys are still, you guys are wrestlers, and in the beginning you were fans of wrestling. So to like see that, and I foresee that even in the future of like you working like big names, you know, and like those are fun conversations that I like to have with people that like if they work big names, like, you know, JT Dunn had came on here dropping like a bunch of names that he worked, and he was like, yeah, I'm dropping big names, you know, that he could say that with his career of all the you know, the big names that he's worked, you know, in the indies.
Right.
So like I foresee that even like with you guys in the future. So it's so exciting. This is awesome. Hi, Laura. I know she's all excited. I know Zach was excited because he messaged me late last night and he was saying you're still interviewing the Haven today, right? I was like, yes. Oh shit, Joseph Alexander. Why is A Game your?
What up, nephew?
He goes, why is it?
What up, nephew?
Nephew.
How you doing, nephew?
He wants to know why is A Game your favorite wrestler?
Well, that's Kylon's son. We gotta support the family.
Right.
At the end of the day.
That's our blood.
I love it. I love you guys are so supportive of each other. And me and Delmi XO were talking about, you know, you guys getting in, like, just in general, wrestlers getting in cars with other wrestlers and sometimes getting opportunities to work at promotions, which is so nice to see. And we'll get into road trip stories later. So let's talk a little bit about how you guys met and formed the Haven.
Is about to take over again?
Yes, sir.
So, Shawn and I knew since we were like 13, 14 years old, because we both grew up in New Haven, Connecticut. But more so, we met at a church where my Nana would force me to go, his mom would force him to go, and we was like a part like of the same youth group. So it's like it started off from there. At first, like I was really like jealous of Shawn. I almost said his government name, but because he was like very like comfortable, and I was like always shy. So like I was seeing like how like some of my friends like quickly grew attached to him. I'm like, oh man, like I'm hating. Like I don't get the same love and attention. And then like even like when we was like work at the same summer camp, like the kids just like gravitated like towards him, like they loved him. And I was like, oh man, like it's like that's so cool. But I think like one day kids just being real bad. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna Batista bomb one of these kids. He's like, yep, you watch wrestling, bro? I'm like, yeah, you do. And then we spent like the rest of the shift just talking about wrestling. And then like at the time when we had the conversation, like I wasn't as passionate in wrestling, so Shawn was the one who got me like back into wrestling. So it was just like crazy how things work out.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the time, I was the one out. Like, how we were about like 16, I think, at that time, and
Yeah.
I was like trying to find a promotion around here, like a school, so that I could start training. And there was one over in Cheshire that, like, we're from New Haven, Cheshire, a bit far, but I was willing to take that drive. Ended up taking that drive, and it was closed. So.
Aw.
Yeah, eventually, around that time, I was talking to him about it, and then, it was weird because he went to East Haven High School, and one of the security guards, Big Daddy, Guardian of Chaos, he is part owner of PAPW, which is the school that we came out of, and he would be giving Jay tickets to go to the shows, and then he eventually brought me along, and these tag belts we'd be carrying around to every show. And the House of Pain, yeah, the House of Pain were the tag champs at the time, and they would always be asking us, like, yo, y'all gonna start wrestling? When y'all gonna come down to the training sessions? And we were like, we gonna be coming. And what? That was like when we were 16, 17 years old. And then we ain't really have nobody to like bring us to the school, so we were just scraping up our money, saving up, and then when the time came, I had got my car, and then I was just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna be driving us there. We started training, and now we're here.
The history is made. Oh man, I see all you guys in the chat. I see you. Okay, let's see. Let me give some love in here. Okay. Well, Kyle and Joseph are having fun in the chat. Everything Pro Wrestling. What's going on? Go check him out for AEW content tonight after AEW. Go give him some love. He says, I see the Haven got some big matches coming up. Keep rocking, guys. Which you do.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Justin in the chat says, can I just say this? You guys versus Miracle was the absolute best tag team match I've ever seen.
As they
Appreciate
should
that,
have
for real.
So we'll get into that into a minute, but I saw a fan tweet here, and it's actually from Kyle because he posted it under before. So he's throwing you both under the bus, and he wants to know who's a better brother, me or Flash? Damn.
Who's a better brother? I gotta go with Kylon personally, just because I knew him before we even like met in training and wrestling and stuff. Like it's weird because so me and Kylon, our moms used to work together.
Uh-huh.
So like I don't even know how old we were. Like literally like kids. Like only, and it's weird because I have a vague memory of going on a hike when I was younger, and I didn't know who the kid was. I never remembered who it was, but me and Kylon met each other at wrestling, and then our parents saw us, and they were like, "You know, you went on a hike with him like when you were kids, right?" We are like, "What?" Like, yeah. They're like, "Yeah, like we know each other, like we've been like friends and stuff." We are like, "That's really crazy," because we haven't met each other like ever after that until we got into wrestling. So it's crazy how things happen.
Oh man, it's like separated at birth.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
So that was Big Bro before I knew it.
Are you thinking over there? I feel like you're like shit.
I already have my answer.
Okay.
Me and Colin like low key rivals. We be butting heads, so I'm gonna say Dustin to piss him off. But at the same time, though, August 1st, when I had to go to the hospital, Dustin was the one who drove me 40 minutes from Middletown to New Haven Hospital to make sure I was alright. So shout out to Dustin. He a real cool guy, man. I love him so much.
I love it. So okay, so Kyle says big bro all day. Oh, another Tiffany. Tiffany says love y'all. You were about 8. So another Tiffany.
I'm a Knight.
That's my mom.
That's your mom, bro.
That's my mom.
Yeah.
Hey.
I love that. Aw.
I can't tell you how many times Shawn and I will be at a show out of state, and we making our entrance, and I look front row, and his mom's there. I'm like, well, how she be getting out here?
Aw, I love that though. I love seeing things like that. I love, like Nick Wayne's mom had messaged me when I did my podcast, and she like thanked me for having like Nick Wayne on. I love like when family members are supporting, like the wrestlers or referees or whatever it is. I love seeing that. Those are like such like great things. The support of people. It's so awesome to say. So, it's so cute.
I'm cursing more now. I'll watch.
Nicole says, I love you guys. Oh, you guys are great. All right.
Are you auntie?
I think that's my aunt. Yeah.
Nah, I definitely can't curse no more now. I can't.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they already heard us, bro.
Wait, I need a bleep button. Where's the bleep? I gotta add a bleep button to my channel now.
Bro, we not kids no more. We both 22 now. It's straight.
It feels weird. Like
I feel so old. I feel like all you guys are like all my kids. I'm like, I'm always like my boys. You guys are like, I feel so old. Oh man. Anyway, all right. So for the fan listening to the podcast, I'm pretty sure I know what you guys are gonna say, but I like to ask you guys, and then we'll break down other matches down too. But for that fan that's never seen you wrestle before, in your opinion, what's the match that they should watch to become an instant fan of you?
every generation.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's like everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because I don't know, I didn't expect for that match to get that much praise.
Mm-hmm.
At all.
Like I knew that it was a match that was gonna get more like eyes on Shawn and I, but I did not expect people to be like, yo, like that's like the greatest match in wrestling open history, and Drew's father being like, yo, that was like the best match in this building since Lucha Bros and who else? What match was that?
Versus Lucha Bros and LAX at American Rana.
I'm like, what? Like
that was really an honor for him to say that, because that was wild. Because those are two teams that, like, growing up, like once I started getting into like watching the indies and stuff, those are two teams that I like their styles and kind of tried to like incorporate some of like their tag stuff into ours, and eventually hopefully work them in the future. So
Right. Yeah, this is one that I was definitely gonna talk about, so it's Wrestling Open. So if anybody that hasn't watched it, go watch it. I'm pissed that I wasn't physically at that one, but that's okay. That made up for it when I went to the Remarkable show, which we'll get into or whatever like that. But Wrestling Open's so special. I always push it on this podcast. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
Oh, you good? You good? You good?
Don't laugh. We'll talk about that after. But anyway, all right.
I knew it was gonna come up at some
Well,
point.
you knew it was gonna come up. I mean, I'm from New York and I had to come see you guys. But but anyway, all right. So let's just talk about like Wrestle Open. Obviously, again, this was one of the favorite matches by like the fans, the wrestlers. This was like all over the place. So talk to us about some other special moments for you guys at Wrestling Open. Damn, got you like.
I had a brain for it. Like, I knew the match. I was like, oh shit. I hope I'm saying that. I hope I'm saying the right tag name above the rest. That was another like really good one. I always said that our second match against the Firm was like very important to like for like Shawn and I's like trajectory there.
Mm-hmm.
Like our let me see. Did we have an 8-man? Yeah, we did against Trisha Greatness, right?
Yep.
That's another one. That was like the first time that like us like Miracle Generation as a whole like they like fought together and Wrestling Open.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kyla brought up the 8-man tag. I was going to bring that one up too versus the Church because that was a really good one. So, I always feel like sometimes like 8-mans are so crazy in wrestling in general, not like just indies, even like watching AEW or WWE or like 10-man tag. Like it's a lot, because you're trying to keep tabs on like everything. So, but that was fun. That was another great one that I remember seeing all over social media that everybody was talking about. I think, was I at that one? I think it was at that one. I don't know.
I remember there was a moment in this match that was like so funny. Like I noticed that someone was like trying to take a pic of me, Kylan and Shawn on the apron. So I'll grab their attention, and like we take the picture real quick, and Dustin's in the ring, he's looking so sad because he's like just shining up, going crazy. He's like, "Yo, y'all not even watching me in the ring? Y'all taking pictures?"
Like, he just looked at us like, "What are you guys doing?" Like,
still whooping Brother Greatness' ass. We're just like, "Yo, y'all not even watching me right now?"
Like he literally chopped Brother Greatness. Like, "What are you guys doing?" Like, "Oh, sorry, bro."
Aww.
Little bro felt left out. I felt so sad. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Oh, we'll give him a hug. We'll hug it out. We'll hug it out. All right. Let's talk about like you two together. So, what is one of your favorite things working with each other?
Just being together for me, honestly. Like we said, like since day one, like we came into the business together, like started training together, like doing everything together. So like everything that we doing is like just making history, and I just want to keep that going with us.
Okay. Joseph said NGI Oynx, man. That U.S. soccer zip up go crazy. Oh God, the personal jokes come in on here, like that was going on with the Brick City Boys too. Hot mess. Any other things like you want to add to about each other?
I always just say like I don't know. I always say like things just felt like this is like destined by fate, just like how things just like came to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't like things just kind of like happened like so quick that I never like really just sit here and think like how important everything is, like how Shawn and I were like just growing up, just speaking about the thought of being a tag team, and now we're actually here, like being a tag team and like debatably probably in some people's conversation as one of the best tag teams in the Northeast.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like damn, like
And
I know like. I know younger me would be like, I know younger us would be like just so proud. Like if we was to go back in time and tell them, like they would be like bouncing off the walls, like yo, like losing their minds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because like there were like a few cases where we had matches and we found out who our opponents were, and they were like, "Oh, I couldn't wait to work you guys. Like I've been wanting to work you guys for so long." And we're like, "That's crazy. Like we're only like 3 years in. Like people want to work us, and like it's people that are like older than us too, and it's just weird. Especially even like MSP, like they had called us out. When was it? It was early last year.
Like it was either like still like in our first year or just against like our second year, but we were still like pretty early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just weird. Well, one thing though, to go back to your question about, it's not something that I particularly like, but in a sense I do, because it's weird. Like, if y'all go back and watch our matches, there will be moments, if you really pay attention, where me and Jay, for whatever reason, our tag chemistry is like out of this world. It's unmatched because we'll either be walking the same or just doing. We just have like the same mannerisms for whatever reason. It's weird. Like
we won't be looking at each other. We're both like focused on like two different things, but doing the exact same motions.
literally,
It's like so like it's creepy at times.
it's crazy.
That's friends right there. That's friends. Like, it's just how it is. You hang out enough, then you start acting like each other. It's just how it is. All right. What is your favorite move that the other one does?
He has a beautiful dropkick. Like, he has a beautiful drop.
All the things I got, man. I think I ain't do a drop kick in months.
Nah, bro.
Now you
because
gotta do it tomorrow. Now you gotta do it tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Hopefully I can still hit the same.
He's gonna choke tomorrow.
I got faith.
And then I'm
got
gonna
faith.
get blamed.
Shawn's tornado DDT. I always see it. It's just like damn, that shit was beautiful.
I like asking that question because it's interesting to see, because sometimes maybe like you'll find out stuff about each other that you didn't know. Sometimes that would
And his arm jacks too. This man got like a million different arm jack variations. I'm like, bro, he could do a whole match just doing like arm jack, bro. And finish off the arm bar. And it's like, who gonna be like, oh man, that's bullshit? Like, nah, man, he worked the arm the entire match, man.
Awesome. Thanks, Laura, for popping by. I know she said that she's gonna come back later to watch the rest, but thanks for coming on by. Justin wants to know: is there any promotion that you guys haven't worked for that's on your list?
All of them.
That's a cop out. That's a cop out question. It's such a cop out question. You know.
Me and Shawn were just talking about this the other day. Reality of wrestling. You know, Booker T. Like, one reason is because like we met him before we even started training, and I remember like he saw us like, oh yeah, y'all gonna be the new day.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I'm like, I was like, I really want to meet him again to see if he remembers us. One of his students say he does remember us, but it's just like, you know, I definitely want to like interact with him again in person.
Absolutely. Another company is FSW out in Cali. I would definitely like to go there.
Oh man, yes. Oh man, I watch that. Like my best friend's like obsessed with that promotion. So like a lot of times when I go to his house, he puts it on. His boy Chris Bay, let's go. So
GCW as well.
Yes.
Shout out to Dusty. He made it there before the rest of us.
Well deserved.
Put on a great performance too, but nah, that was definitely like one that was on the radar.
I'm so mad I couldn't go to that show. I was like so pissed off, and then it was funny because I think like mad people tweeted at me, and they were like, my best friend lives I think like 25-30 minutes from me, and then he tweeted, he goes, I could hear Tiffany screaming. He was like from her apartment for Dustin. I was so excited. So I love watching you guys get opportunities. It's so awesome.
I wasn't even there for it. Like I don't even know what I was doing that day. I just remember, I think on Twitter, like Dustin Walker makes his GCW debut. I'm like, what the? Wait, what?
Oh, don't you mean Dustin Walker?
Yeah, Dustin Walker. That's the one that made it.
sorry.
I'm
sorry. I freaking love you, Dustin.
Sure enough, it's a clip of Dustin making his entrance. I'm like, wow, when did this happen? He didn't say nothing.
Dustin, you got.
How you think I feel? I was at the shoot job. I go on Twitter. I'm like, what the fuck? Wait, bro.
I'm surprised he's not with Dustin. Like Dustin, I said Dustin. I'm surprised he's not out there with Kyle, but Kyle on the balcony recording. I'm like, yo, this is funny. I don't know what happened. This is funny.
I was salty, man. I was salty. Like I messaged him. I was salty. I was like, I'm so salty. I was like, you know, for me being able to and I told him this. I was like, with me being able to podcast and coming backstage at promotions, I see like the work that some of the commentary do, especially if they don't know. I work a lot with NFW and the commentary team. Shout out to Close Fists. It was funny because like Cody, he who was it? One of them was like asking about Dustin and Kylon, and then something with H2O, and Cody's like, ask Tiffany. Like, ask Tiffany. Anything you want to know, ask Tiffany. She knows about all those guys over there. So awesome. Let me see. Justin says, I was at the GCW show. You saw me in the video getting dubbed hyped for Dustin. Yes, that's so awesome. Kyla said DW. So I think, like I said to you guys, Dustin and Reed Walker have to team up together and be called the Walkers or something. So sorry, Kyla. Much love. All right, let's talk. Well, since we talk so much about Miracle Generation, you guys drive a lot of places together. So give us one of your best Miracle Generation Kyla and Dustin road trip stories. Now this is where we throw Kyle under the bus because he said you guys were gonna lie.
No, I'm throwing Shawn under the bus, bro.
What? Whoa! What I do?
You had us drive to Maine and back on a spare tire.
Bro, nah, that's not even my fault, bro. Bro,
And the tire exploded on us on the way back. It was like not even like an hour back on the drive home. That joke exploded. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning.
It was like 20 to 30 minutes in. I'm just driving. Casual. Like, we just got from the gas station, just got some food, whatever. We like, all right, we about to head back home. Mind you, it's snowing outside. This is what during the winter. So we're driving, and then I don't hear a pop, don't feel anything. We're just driving normally, and then I just start smelling rubber. I'm just like,
oh no,
smell that?
oh no.
They're like, yeah. And then I just start feeling. We're like, oh nah. I pull over to the side, and sure enough, got a whole flat tire. But it's not my fault. The dude that sold me the car said it was a whole extra tire. He didn't say it was a spare tire. He said it was a whole extra tire. It had the rim and everything, like custom rim, all that. That's not my fault. And I was good for like a month or two before that.
Kylan says Shawn's the shits, and then he said, Jay, you the shits too. You was asleep the whole time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna...
we was in the cold trying to figure out this problem, and you in the back. Out cold.
I'm not gonna lie. I love watching your guys like Instagram stories and like you guys catching each other. You're like sleeping, and then you see the little Z's or the little like
that's
lullabies.
all Kylon started doing.
You guys are nuts. Oh man! All right.
Whole time when Kylon sleep, bro, he had something to the side, mouth wide open, slump.
Phone still in his hand.
The worst. Phone still in his
Kylon
hand. I can't tell you how many times I'm driving Kylon home. We'll be talking. He might be watching some wrestling on his phone. I glance over. The wrestling on his phone is still playing, but he knocked out. I'm like, damn, okay.
Mind you, this isn't just in the car. This is anywhere we are.
You guys are funny. I enjoy,
But like,
enjoy it.
he has such a weird sense because it's like I'll go to pull my phone out and take a picture. He'll wake up immediately just like.
It's crazy. It's crazy. or we'll be talking about something while he's asleep, and then we're like, yo, Kai, and we're like, oh nah, he's asleep. We wake up, no, I'm not. We're like, bro, yes you were. You just knocked out for like 10 minutes. What are you talking about?
I'm going to sleep. What? I'm going to sleep.
You said, nah, I heard everything y'all was saying. Da, da, da.
Damn,
Like-
it's like that. It's
Like, go back to sleep, bro.
it's like that. Nah, you guys were interesting. I like when you guys do your questions when you're in the long car drives. Yeah, and I guess I caused trouble one of those because I think I asked what were your guilty pleasures, and you guys went on a whole spiral of dirty things.
I don't remember what I said. I don't want to know.
I have all those drafts saved in my phone. There were only the ones that y'all saw made the final cut, but I have all those drafts in my phone. It's funny as hell.
You guys are funny. I was like,
Whatever I said, I apologize.
I was like, chill. I was trying to think like chocolate. Like you guys were on a whole other level.
Next question. On to the next one.
I can't.
My peoples is watching. I'm sorry. I didn't say nothing crazy, bro.
It's entertaining. It's an entertaining podcast. That's what we like to do here. I feel like Kylan's gonna want to come back on with Justin to like that they can redeem themselves. So I don't know. Maybe they should be my 200 episode. I've had them on separately, but I haven't had them together. So maybe they need to be my 200 episode. So we'll see. So you can get your your shots back. I mean, I don't know if Dustin's listening or if he's in the chat and not talking. So but all right.
No, that sounds like him.
Yeah, probably. All right, let's talk another promotion. Let's talk Fight Life. So I was really excited for this. Shout out to Frank because I think he's doing a really great thing up in Rhode Island. I wish like I could go to everything. It's hard, and I try my best. And if I can't go to places, I try to support. But the one that I did get to come up, that you guys teamed up with Kylon, and you wrestled my boys Young, Dumb, and Broke, and it was funny.
That was so much fun.
Yeah, it was such a good thing. And I know sometimes some of the fan base might not be as familiar because, like, I follow so much wrestling between Jersey, Massachusetts, New York. So I know a lot of these guys. And Young, Dumb, and Broke's been on this podcast too. And they're great. And just, like, watching their involvement in wrestling has been absolutely amazing. And I try to cheer for them, even though I love you guys too. But I try to give them a little bit of cheer because it seemed like a lot of people weren't familiar with them. And obviously it wasn't working.
Nah, straight. They was in our territory, so like
Yeah.
he was helping them out a little bit.
I know. DJ Tony T was like, Tiff, it's not gonna work. I was like, I gotta give a little love from New York. I was like, just a little love. I was like,
My favorite thing to do is if I catch somebody showing for their team, I would just turn and I would just stare at them with a straight face, and they just stop instantly. And it's so funny.
That's funny because he has like, I would say the best stone face, but it's just his face. It's just like he just has this dead stare.
I have a resting like death stare. I could just be thinking, and then people are like, "Yo, you're like you about to kill somebody." I'm like, "No, I'm just chilling. I'm just thinking right now."
I'm the ops for that. I'm sorry. I love all you guys. You can't fault me for everybody that I freaking love, okay? All right? Like, but actually now they're, between even Kylan said it, and then Nicole said it, I should have all four of you as my 200 episodes.
That's gonna be hectic. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
I feel like we'll end up taking over the whole podcast. You won't get a word
Hey,
in.
listen, I had the rejects on. I did them all separately, and then I brought them all on together. So it was 5 of us, just like that would be with us. So that might be, something that I need to consider. So we'll see.
Miracle Generation episode 200.
Yeah, maybe
Like the sound of that.
sounds cool to me. So, but yeah. So talk to us a little bit about Fight Life.
Fight Life is real cool, honestly. Frankie, he's a real cool dude. The matches that we've had, first match was against the unit.
Mm-hmm.
That was a dope match because the unit was definitely I remember it was like a few years ago, Jay and Danny were taking shots at each other on Twitter.
A few years ago. That was maybe like last year. I don't know.
That was last year?
It was recent. It was recent.
It's not last year. Fight Life just existed not that long ago.
No. You saw talking about me and Danny.
Oh, Danny Miles just.
It was a
Oh.
one-sided view because I'm trolling the hell out of Danny, and like I think Danny like legit got upset. I'm like, oh man, I didn't even piss him off.
Oh, I don't see him getting like mad like that. I take shots at him all the
I met
time.
person. I was like, oh man. But I just remember like seeing the Twitter picture. He had the chain on. He looking real diesel. I'm like, I don't know. He might know something. I don't know. He might fuck me up.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so that was a cool match to have. And then against Young, Dumb, and Broke,
Yeah.
got the team with Kylon. That was a dope as hell match. That was fun.
It was fun. It was definitely fun. So I get really hyped when, like I said, again, even me and Delmy talked about it last night, just different paths of wrestlers. So like Young, Dumb, and Broke coming up there, working with you guys, like even like the H2O kids been coming up to wrestling open, or like if I see like Chaotic, I mean, you guys were even at Chaotic recently too, which was so excited. Another fun promotion that I love very, very, there's so many promotions. It can't keep up with everything.
Toe to toe with JT Dunn, man.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell them why you couldn't be in that match?
No.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
You can't
I couldn't walk.
drop little hints and then not finish.
I mean, I could tell it. It's like I could.
All right, we'll move on. We're not gonna put you in that position. I can't.
It's like I know I can. It's just like, do I want to? Do they really want to? Do they really want to know why?
Yeah.
Like
It's okay. We're good.
I really wanted to be there though.
Yeah.
I was so upset that I couldn't be there, but hey, next.
You never
time.
know. Couldn't happen again. That door will open. Pretty awesome stuff.
Absolutely.
Oh man, there's so many promotions. I mean, Let's Wrestle is another one. There hasn't been a Let's Wrestle lately. Is there like coming back?
I hope so.
Yeah, I like that promotion.
I hope so.
I'd love to go up there.
hopefully no flat tires on the ride back.
God.
But I would go back.
Listen, the second trip we were fine, so I don't want to hear nothing. All right, second trip we were fine.
You have to check your tires before you go on a long road trip. Come on.
Either way, whether it's for less wrestle or limitless, I'll gladly go back to Maine. Maine loves us. They buy so much of our merch when we go out there.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Yeah, it's a very different experience, I feel like, because Limitless was a bucket list for me to visit. And I finally got to go up there, and the fan base is, and I know Let's Wrestle is the baby of Limitless, but I know it's like another hour and a half from where Limitless is, so it's deep. So it's probably about 8.5 hours for me to drive. So I'm not doing that alone. But so if you want a crazy New Yorker to come join, I'll bring cookies and snacks.
What kind of cookies?
Whatever you want, chocolate chip. You can ask Kyle out. I sent him screenshots, I think, of all the cookies.
Listen, I'm a sucker for sugar cookies.
Oh, I make
so
those too.
Those
I actually was.
You know what? So
Oh, you make cookies?
I make fresh baked cookies. Fresh baked.
It is an automatic. It's an automatic yes for me. I love sugar.
Maybe it was Skyros. I thought it was Kyla. Kyla probably remembers. Was it you that I was sending photos to? I know I sent some to Mike too. So I made a sugar cookie with almond in it. It's on a whole other level of a sugar cookie. Now I gotta make them.
I'll try it.
They're
You
so
said with
good.
almond? You said with almonds?
Like not like the nuts, but like the extraction of the almonds. So like when you bite into it, you taste that almond with the sugar cookie itself. It's kind of like a pinwheel.
Ooh,
I'm gonna stay away from that only because I'm allergic to tree nuts, and I don't know
Yeah.
how.
Okay.
my body
No,
would
we're not
deal
gonna
with
do that.
Listen,
So I'll do.
listen, whatever.
I gotta do.
Make some for Shawn, but I'll take it.
So I gotta do separate. I'll just do some sugar, and then I'll do some sugar and almond cookies or whatever. Like, but I make all sorts.
I'll probably steal those too. I don't know.
Well, you gotta ask the H2O kids like Marcus and Reed and Austin, and they'll tell you all the cookies that I brought into H2O for Christmas last year. And I remember Reed coming up to me and he was like, "Is there any more cookies?" I'm like, "You savages went through probably like 200 cookies." Like, you know, so I don't know. What else I see in the chat? Justin says, I knew Jordan Oliver for years. Kid is fucking phenomenal. Proud as hell as him. Freaking wild at the things it's insane. It's insane to watch him like grow to what he is today. So
Absolutely.
much love to Jordan Oliver. So, all right, let's see. So, tag team wrestling. This is what we're all talking about here. So, which tag teams caught your eye that you have not wrestled yet that you must wrestle soon?
Culture ain't been like putting like eye emojis on like Haven posts every now and then, or like Miracle Generation posts. I'm like, I've been hearing that name for years. I'm willing to take a trip to work with those guys, you know.
Absolutely. Culture Inc. Another tag team that we've had our eyes on for like a few years is the Russell Twins. They're down in Louisiana, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're and watching them progress and whatnot, and like go through their stages as we're going through ours.
They started around the same time as us, so like we're like progressing at the exact same time. So it's like, to me, like the match is like long overdue at this point.
Absolutely.
There's like so many like versions of us that have evolved, and like we're evolving at the same time. So it's like, oh my god, I can't wait to cross paths.
I would I mean there's so many tag teams, like it's so great. Obviously, like the New England scene has huge amount of tag teams going on there.
No, I can't name all.
It's insane. But let me throw Vlogbro University in there from Long Island. I know that they're gonna be at Wrestle Open tomorrow, so you guys gotta check that out on Wrestling Open tomorrow on IWTV. I would love to throw in Black and Yellow with you guys from upstate New York. Like, I am so impressed with them.
Violence is Forever too. I remember seeing Dustin and Colin working. I'm like, I want to. I need it.
There's so many. Hey, Desmond Cole, how are you? I love it. Oh shit. Kyle said MG plus Ichi versus H2O Kids 5 versus. Oh shit.
I think Kyle talking about the website. But
I don't know.
I mean, if they want to sign me, I'll go for it. You know, I can't say no to money.
Oh man, yes, I need to see that Miracle Generation Ichiban versus H2O Kids. So I think the 5's gonna have to be Marcus Matters, Austin Luke, Reed Walker, Dylan McKay. I want to throw in Ryan Redfield or Rocket in that mix, because I think it'd be really good. But yeah, shout out to Black and Yellow. They're so good. I need everybody to wrestle them. They're really, really good. All right, let's do some fan tweets here. Okay, so from Good Cop Bad Cop, he likes to mess with everybody on my podcast here. He said, with the Haven being an anagram of have then, what has been your area of biggest growth from now to when you started that you didn't have then?
One like I guess minor thing I could say is my weight. Because I remember when I first started, I remember when I first started training, I was like 160, and I was like 210 for like a year. I dropped down 5 pounds. I'm 205 pounds now, but like I remember I wanted to be like such a high flyer, and now I'm like, I find myself like barely leaving the ground at this point.
The tag chemistry, I tell you, is unmatched, because I was literally about to say my weight too, because like I was I'm still like way the same, but like all the fat that I had when we first started just turned into muscle. And like he said, like he wanted to be the high flyer, I wanted to be like the powerhouse of the team, and everything just got switched up. He the powerhouse, I'm the high flyer.
Okay, that's a good question. He had another question, then I'll grab the one in the chat. So then he goes, no, hashtag bad cop. You cannot ask this. If they were to remove their beards, would they rebrand as the Shaven Haven? Oh boy, please don't ask that, but you know I'm going to ask it.
Listen, it took me so long to grow this facial hair. I can't. I remember there's a video on Shawn's phone from like, was it like 2018?
You talking about the video where you were like the let me
yeah, I had just shaved my facial hair, like all of it. I had a like clean face, and Shawn was just flaming the hell out of me, and I'm just like, bro, I looked so like fugly with no facial hair. So I can't go back.
And he was a lot skinnier at the time too, so he looked real.
I was like a damn rat, man.
Yeah, nah. I shaved my face one time, and I said never again, never again. The most I've done was like cut under here, but I'm having this grow back out now.
I laughed when he wrote that question. I'm like, wow. It's all love.
Someone got to pay me to shave my facial hair. That's it. Or like my hair in general. I don't like how I look with like short hair.
Yeah. I gotcha. Bob's in the chat. He goes, what do you think the indie scene needs more of that it already doesn't have? That's a good question.
See, like back in the pandemic era, I would have said tag teams, but now there's like so many tag teams now. Like the tag division is just like resurged. Man, I don't know.
I feel like the indie scene just has wrestling in general just has a lot going on right now.
Right, yeah. There's so much.
From singles competitors to tag teams to stables, like we just got it all right now.
Yeah, it's great.
Honestly, I'd say the one thing that I say like that doesn't get as much love as like the other divisions, like other divisions do for like indies. I'll say like the women's like indie division. That's one thing I will say.
More love unto the women's out there.
Absolutely,
there's so many good, women out there. Pre-match rituals.
Pre-match rituals. We do our handshake 2 times. Got to do it perfectly. If we mess up 1 time, got to do it again. Right after that.
Right. Cause we feel like, I don't know, it's just like a subconscious thing. We feel like if we mess up the handshake and we just leave it, then it's just gonna bring bad luck.
Yeah.
So Shawn says us a little prayer before we go out. Like our music is hitting like before the beat job, like Shawn likes to like hype me up a lot. And like sometimes I'll be focused, so he'd be like legit just like pounding on my shoulder, and I'm like, get the fuck off. Like, I'm nervous right now, man. Damn.
Exactly, gotta get them jitters out. Gotta help him.
Let me knock it out of here, pretty much.
Right.
Girl, I be nervous, bro. I be nervous myself, so I'm getting hyped. I'm like, nah, I can't be the only one. Like,
That's awesome. Oh my god. Well, Kylan said indies need more Haven. I agree with that. So make sure, if you can, book them if you're a promoter listening to this podcast. Or if you're a fan, tweet at your local promotion and tell them to book them. So, like, you never know. If you want to see certain matches, I mean, I'm a pain in the ass because I'm always tweeting at that I want to see certain matches. And, like, I've had people tell me, don't give away what you want to see, and I'm like, well, I'm not booking it. I was like, I can't afford a promotion, so like, book it.
If you're not a promoter, you're not a booker, you gotta tell people like what you want to see, who you want to see. That way we get around, we start moving around a lot more. Feel me?
Yep, definitely. Bob says, if wrestling was a piece of food, what would wrestling be in your mind?
A banquet.
What?
I mean, it's not specific food, but it's just like so many like I think about banquet like all you can eat. It's just like so many different avenues. Like I don't know how to describe it. That's a weird ass question.
$9.99.
I'm looking from my point of view. It's just like like you can go like I don't know. It's just like just so much to it.
Oh my god, my camera. Why is my camera? Okay, there we go. I think we're good now. Well, okay, $9.99, all you can eat.
Let's eat. That's it.
Pretty much. Too funny. Okay. Yeah, people are answering stuff. All right, so.
That's not like advice for anything. I'm gonna stop talking about banquets. I'm sorry.
I'm dead. I think that's the answer of the year right there.
No hesitation either.
It's like I saw the comment before she did, so I was just like,
oh god,
it's a smorgasbord pretty much. Dead.
Bro got me in tears.
I'm top 5 funniest people ever.
Oh man. All right. Well, thank you for your question. Kylan says that facts though. He's right. I mean,
thank you, Kylan. He gets it.
See, I kinda agree with that.
Love it.
I love it. All right, let's do an important question to my heart on this podcast, Wrestling with Positivity. Very big on it. If you guys are curious a little bit more into details, you can go on the YouTube channel. You can watch the videos. I had wrestlers, promoters, parents, fans all contribute into stories that they talked about wrestling with positivity. So please check that on the YouTube channel. So is there anything that sticks out to you guys? Obviously, I'll get separate from both of you because everybody's got like a different answer for it. Something maybe a fan's done for you, maybe something you've done for a fan, maybe a wrestler's done for you, something you've done for a wrestler, anything that sticks out that, we wouldn't normally see, that you can tell on this podcast.
I'm not sure if this counts, but one thing that it immediately came to my mind when you asked the question. Like I said, I don't know if it applies or not, but I'm gonna stay regardless.
Go for it.
Back in our XWA days, I'm pretty.
Same thing.
Yeah, there was this little girl, like she.
Yeah, look at that. Okay.
Yeah, there was this little girl, like her and her family would be there like every Thursday watching us, and one night she had came up to us, and I think we had sold them some shirts, and then like we had signed the shirts for them, and then she just turned around and she just started like bawling, like crying, tears
of joy.
Yeah, because she had met us, and we were like mind you, this is like I said, like XWA days, like during the pandemic, like
right, like we was like maybe like a year and a half in, maybe 2 years in. Like,
this is when we had this gear on, the fucking blue and orange.
Yeah. So it was like we was like still like brand new, and like from her perspective, like she looked at us like we were like signed like talent, like oh my god, like she just met like John Cena, like John Cena to us,
Yeah, like
so
we was from WWE or something. Like it was crazy. It was definitely.
I was like, oh, I'm like, huh? This is like, I was like confused. I'm just like this is weird. Like not in a bad way. Just like I don't know. I've never had like that kind of interaction before, but like it was a very nice feeling,
Yeah,
definitely.
Like there are times where like I'm like, damn, like am I really like good at this? And like I kind of like struggle like mentally, but then like I think about like moments like that, I'm just like, nah, man, I can't stop. Like I can't give up. I'm much better than I think I am sometimes. I can't stop it here, you know.
Yeah. You,
It's crazy. I found this when I was cleaning my room a couple weeks ago. Yeah, this back from XWA days too.
Aw.
This might have been from her. Now that I think about it, I'm not even sure, but yeah. So like the fan love is just it's different. Like I always said since the beginning, like the havens for the kids. Like if the adults don't fuck with us, your kids gonna fuck with us.
no,
Uh,
but I love that. That's why like I say this is very important to me, because I've had those moments, you know, that I've witnessed like in person, or I've had friends with kids with disabilities, and just how wrestlers treat my friends' kids. Like it's not even about me. Like just to watch that thing, like just to watch the stuff that like happens. Like I just feel like these things need to be brought to light. So that's why I always say this is very important to me on this podcast. So we just need to like put it out there. So but no, that's so beautiful. Like thank you for sharing that. Adonis is in the chat. He says 203. He goes, oh my god, it's CT on the Haven. Yes. All the love. Thanks so much. All right, very important question for you guys. You ready? If you guys would wrestle each other right now, who's gonna win?
Who asked this question?
It's one of my questions.
This is one of your
This is
questions.
one of my
One of your
questions.
questions. All right.
This is where I stir the pot.
Listen, my arms don't have much stamina. Shawn likes to go for the arms. If one arm drag, I don't know. That might mess me up for the rest of the match. That might take away a lot of power from me. So I gotta watch out for those arm drags. He doesn't get those arm drags off. I might have a good advantage.
Nah, but I'm a little bit faster than you, and I got the arm drags. But you definitely, like I said, you became the powerhouse, so you stronger than me. Like you catch me, I might be done for. Especially with the J driller, that's another thing. Bringing it back to the moves that I like. The drop kick and his J driller, deadly.
Why would I do that to you though? Why would I attempt to paralyze you?
Listen, if we go in there, if we taking it in there, I might have to bust out the
You
tornado
gonna have to do
DDT,
some
something
shit
like
to
you know.
piss me off that bad, like you know, yeah, breaking your neck.
Bro, I'm gonna want you at full power. I want to face the Oynx main. The Oynx.
Listen, the power bomb.
Yeah,
Okay, definitely. You can catch a power bomb. Listen. I'm gonna hate myself if I give you a J driller, bro.
Well, that was interesting.
But like you gotta think like how would your mom in the front row look at me after I drop you on your neck? And I gotta lick her in the eye, be like, yeah, my fault, bro. Your son, he probably can't move again from the waist down or the neck down, but yeah, it's all love.
Bro, it's not gonna be the first time that I've been dropped on my neck, so it'll be
Oh
fine.
god, no getting hurt. Okay, no getting hurt.
See, I would give it to Kylon because he neck man. He got a strong neck. That he'll probably take like 3 before he done for.
Right.
I can't say the same about everybody else.
Kylan said you dropped me on my neck.
I had to.
I mean, Kai, you drop everybody. You drop everybody on their neck.
See,
bro.
like I gave it to Dustin in the American Generation match, and like after that, like after we went back, I apologized to him like 1,500 times. Cause I'm like, my fault. Like I saw the opportunity and I took it. I really didn't mean it. I was desperate.
See, in the heat of battle, if I'm beating that ass, you might hit me with a J drill, right?
So see, this is why I
That was a
need.
disrespectful ass one. So I picked his ass up, carried him to the field of ring. I am looking in the camera. His man's upside down, like, bro.
So I feel like, you know, I gotta have all you on, and then I can be like, okay, so, you know, 4-way, who's gonna win? Like, you know, like.
we packing up Kai first. He gotta be the first one.
I gotta go. Not saying that he will win, but he's just like, listen, he always talking about, oh, big bro this, big bro that. I'm tired of
Can
it.
he at least give me my bridge? Can he at least give me my bridge before you
Nigga,
get him
you're not
out?
seeing no bridge.
Damn!
I'm sorry.
All right, this
not seeing
podcast
no
is
bridge.
over. I just want my bridge.
I'm aiming for his neck the whole match. He go for a bridge, then that's on him. He gonna hurt himself.
Listen, if he pull a bridge out, it's got to be on Dustin because I've been practicing my Germans. I've been throwing them a lot more lately, and I know how to reverse them now. I know how to get out of them. So
I heard you're a fan of shooting stars as well.
Yup, I'm obsessed.
Listen,
I'm obsessed.
take it out the bag.
take out the bag.
I'm
Take out
obsessed.
the bag.
I'm like, Those are my two favorite things. The bridge on toes. It has to be a bridge on toes. If it's not a bridge on toes, it ain't my kind of bridge. I don't want to look at it.
Can it be any shooting star, or does it have to be like the running
I mean,
on the ground?
I like the ones. I mean, Dylan McKay from HO is one of my favorites because he caught me off. He did one off a scaffold, a shooting star. I'll send you guys the clip later so you can kind of see it. So that's how I got really massive into H2O. And I like TJ Epics does a really good running shooting star. Dustin does a great shooting. I just love the shooting star. I like flippy shit. So if you give me flippy shit, I'm golden. Pretty much. But so
I have a funny story about shooting stars.
Okay.
Move on. So there was one time in training, Dustin does his shooting stars.
Right.
He's been doing it for years, and we were all like, it was me, Dustin, and Jay. We were practicing doing it off the top rope.
Yeah.
So Dustin did his, Jay was practicing his, and then it was my turn to go.
Yeah.
And y'all never seen me do no backflips. Y'all probably won't. Nah, I'm not gonna say probably won't. In the future, when I get more comfortable with it, y'all probably see me do some backflips. But I went for a shooting star, and as I'm like in the middle of trying to get that rotation, all I hear is Jay go, "Oh shit!" And I just immediately cancel out the fucking shooting star, and I don't know how I land. I didn't land on my neck or anything. I landed fine, but after that, I was just like, yeah, never again.
It was
Never
oh
again,
shit because you were gonna do it, or oh shit like I'm like
because apparently he said I was about to do it, and I was like, that just fucked me up. So like, never again. Like, because if I'm in the middle of a match and I'm trying to do that, and I hear oh shit or like just something loud like that, nah, I can't.
I mean, they're gonna react like that anyway. They see you like, and they like go back. You know what I'm saying?
No, because I was in full concentration, and it was just like, whoa, like I thought I was messing up. I thought I was about to land on my
I
neck.
say that because he was doing it. I saw him jump. I saw him go back. I'm like, I've never because he never did like a standard like regular like backflip. Like, here he is doing a more difficult version of a backflip.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh hell no! Like oh shit! Like for real? I don't even think does he even do it on the top rope?
I feel like he did.
I don't think he did. From my memory, I think I was like the only person who did that. I think he wanted to, but he just I don't know, something like the way how he rotates, he doesn't like feel comfortable doing it.
Yeah, I know like a lot that do like the running shooting star.
Right, he can do a running shooting star like nothing. Like
oh man, Ty Hill, and we talked about it on the podcast with him. I don't know if you're familiar with Ty Hill. So I know he's coming back. He got injured, so he's like coming back in a couple of weeks for the Shawn Henderson show. And I remember one of the days I was backstage and they were practicing, and he did one, but he did one into like a freaking corkscrew, and I flipped out in the play. I flipped out. I was like, this is during practice. This was like I was backstage doing interviews, and I just flipped out. I'm like, bruh, you went on to like a whole other level, like.
That's dope as hell.
Like, damn. I was like, that guy got top Dylan a little bit. I was like, fuck. I was like, all right, here we go. But, all right. What's some things you like to do when you guys are not wrestling?
Watch anime, play video games.
Yeah.
I draw. I'm an artist.
Oh.
Honest. I mean, I don't know if you saw huh?
I said that I can't do.
Stick figures.
Right.
That's awesome. That's really cool. That's really cool. What do you do besides sleep?
Oh, that's another thing added to my list. I am the slump god. I think that's why Kai started recording us in the car, because he would always catch me sleeping.
That's great. That's great.
I keep trying to tell myself like I need to like stream whenever I play video games, but it's like that's gonna be difficult for me to do because it's like okay, yeah, I would love to like be monetized and make money, but I have so much rage when I play video games.
But that makes more people that are gonna want to come into your chat.
Exactly.
That's
it's
exactly
content.
like that's what people want. They don't want the no. They want.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm ready for the world to see that version of Oynx, man. Just angry and cussing.
I think you should do it.
Bro, you need to, because
should.
if there's one person I have difficulty playing fighting games against, it's him.
Mhm.
It's the most annoying thing ever. Like I think I got him, and then he just gets back on me, starts beating my
I
ass. I'm
bet
like,
you
nah.
the fans would want to see this. I bet you. I bet you
They
you
do.
could probably
I'm a
monetize.
shit talker in fighting games, and it's like the Dustin got me good one time because like I remember I was talking like shit to him, and then he starts beating my ass, and he's like literally like the same way I be talking shit, starts
Yeah.
talking shit the same way back to me, like giving me a taste of my own medicine. I was like, oh my god, I want to throw this controller so bad.
That's the mental games.
I'm telling you, you should do it. I'm telling you, people are gonna sub to it. They were doing it for the Kirks. Shout out to them.
I might censor a lot of things, but I'll give it a shot.
Bob says, "What wrestler has given you the hardest slap in the indie scene since you've been wrestling?"
Hardest slap.
I thought it was like
I
Chop.
play that's a question more for Kylon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think anybody really like. I don't know. I don't think anybody actually like smacked like the shit out of me. I'm usually the one smacking people.
All right. What about Chop?
Chop. Ooh.
Yeah.
There's a few people that have chopped me. I don't remember off the top of my head, but go ahead, bro.
Oh my. Nah, cause I feel bad because I'm forgetting his name. Bruh. King XWA.
Logan
King Leon?
King Leon.
Oh,
Thank
King
you,
Leon.
thank you.
Okay.
Yo, it was a tag match with him and Knyte, and they were just chopping the hell out of me.
Mhm.
Like usually I like being hit hard, but that was probably like the one time, maybe I don't know because I was like younger,
Mhm.
but I was just like, oh my god, make it stop, please.
I feel that. All right, so I got 2 final questions for you. If anybody else has any, drop them into the chat. Okay, so we only have a couple months left of 2022. What are some goals you guys have?
My definite goal is to make it on like television, whether it's as an extra or like being signed. That's so that's definitely a goal. Honestly, breaking out of the Northeast in general. Like we've been here our whole careers. We're making a hell of a name of ourselves here.
Right.
But I definitely can't wait to like see like other like regions of wrestling like live in person and like being in the ring with them.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I'm a person that likes to travel. I've traveled to a few places before, and I have like for wrestling, we haven't traveled that far out of like the areas that we've been to.
Mhm.
So like definitely like our first like plane ride, first like far like
Mhm.
drive, whatever, like is gonna be an experience. I would love to do that.
I definitely like the day like, oh yeah, I gotta fly out here to go wrestle. Oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be ecstatic.
Oh, yeah. Well, fingers crossed, and hopefully it is FSW.
Right.
Katie is messaging me now. It's pretty funny. Shout out to him. All right, Kyle says, when the blue and orange gear coming back?
I
Some point down the line, I just don't want it to be those exact colors right there.
nah, no, not at all. It wasn't
Or
even supposed to be
cereal.
those colors.
It
We
wasn't.
weren't even supposed to have those colors. Like you watch anime like Dragon Ball Z. You watch Dragon Ball Z? Have you seen it?
Who, me?
Yes.
No. Like, well,
Nah.
I mean, I've seen like photos and stuff. I haven't like.
So you seen like
Yeah,
Goku
like
with the
I've seen
orange-
like the photos from like even.
That's how the blue and the
Mhm.
orange supposed to be like,
Mhm.
but I don't know what happened.
The orange came out like a. Sometimes they wanted to be orange, other times they wanted to be yellow.
Mhm.
Like it was weird. And then the blue was like light. It was like a baby blue,
Mhm.
and but
Would you like redo it? Like, if you had like somebody able to redo the
absolutely.
gear?
Yes, we're definitely gonna do it. I don't know if we're gonna do this exact design. Might have the same design, just
Listen, if I see even if it's like the exact same design as that, it's gonna give me like PTSD from the initial game. I hate it.
Listen. It's gonna be better material.
Yeah.
It's gonna be better material,
I don't
and
know.
I might change a few things on it.
Was this
But
like
I'll
a
have to
first like gear kind of like? Is that why? Or
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
That
just
was our
like
very first gear.
this is our very first gear.
so you gotta like sell it and like make some money and then buy new gear.
Listen, if someone would buy it, I don't know. I would have to I'll have to smack some sense to him. Like, yo, do you see this right now? Like,
Right.
Listen,
especially in the.
Especially.
I'm pretty sure I still. I'm pretty
All right, since we pulling it out, I gotta say it
Look.
right here.
oh no,
Yeah,
It's
like
so-
I'm dead. Look at
the
that. It
singlet-
looks yellow.
It's just sitting in my
Yeah,
drawer.
exactly.
Yeah.
the singlet,
Yeah.
all messed up.
Aw.
It's all yeah.
Yeah, but okay, like you just tell it that you got into a hardcore fight that you were in one of those hardcore matches and it ripped and you know.
I guess.
Listen,
It's
fans are very
I
into
definitely did
this.
say that. Like,
all
I definitely did say that I would like love to like have like a navy and blue
Yeah,
and gold because like
that
those
would
are
be
the colors of my
nice.
high school.
Yeah,
Those are the colors of my high school. So I would definitely love to do that.
I would say like shout out to Brad Cashew. So even if you're looking for somebody that makes gear, because like I'm always gonna throw his name, because he said that he was opening up, like he started his whole what was it, Bump and Stitch, I think it was called, his label for his gear making or whatever like that. So you could always like hit up Brad Cashew.
You said bump and
Bump
stitch.
and Stitch, yeah.
That sound like a pun on R. Kelly bump and run.
Much love to Brad Cashew. I always give him all the love in the world. So, all right. Well, my final question to you, and then we'll get into what's coming up and all that fun stuff. So you know, we have a lot of listeners that either they want to get into wrestling or maybe they just started training. There's a lot. So they look for advice from everybody that comes onto this podcast. So for those inspired and amateur wrestlers out there, what's a piece of advice that you would give them?
Study like more specifically like wrestlers who like they think that they want to like steal from, because all honestly like everybody has stolen from somebody.
Mhm.
You know, so it's like, you know, even like now sometimes I'm like, oh man, like who are some people who I could like really look after for like inspiration to like really complete my moveset.
Mhm.
And like that's mainly one thing. Another thing is just like everybody wants to have like, you know, wants to, especially when they're starting out, they want to know like how they're gonna look like as a wrestler.
Mhm.
You know, like with their gear and stuff. That's one thing I would say to someone who didn't start out, like I'll tell them like to let that come to them. Like don't try to like search out for it, because you know it's terrible to kind of like try to rush and get gear. You're like, oh shoot, this is like the first thing I see, I want it, and then you end up getting it and not liking the gear. You know,
Right.
like anything that has to do with like their personality, like just let it flow, let it come to them. Like don't try to force it out.
There's a quote that one of my art teachers had told me. He said, "Good artists create, great artists steal." So definitely steal. Like, and everything that I do is art, so I steal like a motherfucker.
Ethan and Knight.
Aw. No, I think
Well,
it's good advice. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And then like you know, like Jay said, like we do have those days where like our mental gets to us and like we be in our heads, but just keep going, keep persevering. You just make sure you're doing what you got to do. Stay on track, stay focused, be
And
straight.
another thing that like other great wrestlers say for advice is what's old is new.
Mhm.
Because like things get, you know, outdated and people don't see it in a while.
Mhm.
So now it's like to a newer audience, they've never seen it before. So it's like, oh, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
But to those who've been like watching like the business since they were kids and they see something like that they haven't seen since they were like small, it's refreshing and they're like, oh shit, I haven't seen that in
Right.
years.
Yeah.
So
Like, there was-
that's another thing.
There was a birthday party that we did last year,
Mhm.
and it was for one of our friends' dads, and he had all his friends there and whatnot. I think he was turning like around 50 something whatnot. So like all of them are up there in age. And after our match, everybody came to us like, "Oh, your match was so great. We haven't seen matches like that since like the 80s and 90s." We were like, "Thank you, we appreciate that," because like that's what we do. Like we steal from that time, that era, and like we incorporate it into what we do now. We take the old and mix it with the new.
Right.
Especially having like a trainer, you know, who wrestled in the '80s, like he's gonna tell us like who's the tag team wrestler himself. He's gonna tell us all the tag teams to watch that he's worked. And you know, like I remember like before we would even debut, he would like call like other wrestlers that's in the building, like, yo, like watch them like in this little training match real quick. Tell me who they look like. They look like the Black Rockers.
Mhm.
And like, you know, like they're like the comparisons are always gonna be there. So it's like, you know, always like watch like some of the old stuff, you know.
No, it's good advice. I mean, Shawn Henderson, I was just at his show the other day, and he was building for one of the death match. Well, it was a hardcore. It wasn't really like a death match. So he's building something, and I was like, "Oh, where did you get this from?" He goes, I haven't seen anybody do this in a long time, so I stole it. He goes, and I'm incorporating it into this match, and I was like, so I get it, But not everybody, like you said, like you're pulling from like maybe like the 80s or 90s or something like that, but maybe people didn't watch like back then or never saw that, so it might be completely new to the fan base.
Exactly.
So, which is pretty awesome. So, Carlos says great advice. I completely agree. Kylon says Black Rocker. I'm dead. You guys are a hot mess. All right, let's talk what's coming up. And we're going to talk about this. So we're going to talk tomorrow. I'm actually coming up tomorrow. I'm going to take the ride.
Tomorrow.
Yes, I'm coming up.
Tomorrow we gatekeeping. Main event, back of the line.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
You said what? 2 matches? 2 matches. That's our first match right there. I don't know who's gonna be after that, but listen, I need that rematch against Kylon and Dustin. The stakes are much higher now. Congrats on them for being the inaugural, like tag champs for Wrestling Open. But it's like, listen, I hate to, make them transitional champs, but they know just as much as Shawn and I know that match could have gone either way, and we got an answer for them this time.
Absolutely.
I'm here for it. I mean, I was happy that you guys like wrestled each other in New York. I mean, I at least I was your fan.
Appreciate that. That was a real tough crowd. I'm not gonna lie.
I was your fan. I was your only fan.
It was hot as hell in that building.
It was.
I know. I've been going to that building. That was like my first independent show. Was in that building about like 10 years ago. And they haven't changed it at all. It's always been hot, and it's always freezing in the winter. But I, of course, I had to come see you guys. So originally, I know like Dustin and Kyla were supposed to wrestle the Golden Era, which I was familiar with also. Goldie's been someone that's been on this podcast, so I was kind of sad because I wanted to see that too. But I was happy to see you guys. So I was your only fan. I was the fan. So, but you don't remember that match? Okay. Well, you did it for me.
Let's talk about what he said before. I said tag champs 8 scared, not 8, but 8. Wrestling Open. Your tag, one half of your tag champs can't spell. You want that? Listen, I'm here to cleanse your tag division.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm here for it. I still kind of hope that they just take the ride up with you guys tomorrow. Like, I love to see you guys. I always love to see all of you guys. So I will be there tomorrow. Is there anything else coming up that I don't have that's announced already that you guys are working?
Let me check the calendar.
Why are you checking the calendar? Now that I think about it, Kylon ain't really say much about tomorrow's match. So like, I'm starting to, that little hate inside of me kind of coming out. I'm like, yo, I wonder if they hope that main event wins, because they did interrupt them for their tag championship celebration. I don't know. I'm about to talk to them. I feel like part of them wants main event to win, but at the same time, part of them like wants us to win.
Listen, they ain't even got to worry about facing main event. They gonna have to worry about facing us. We getting 2 get backs. We getting our rematch against main event, and we getting redemption for them for interrupting their little celebration last week. It's fine. They ain't got to worry about that.
Well, we're gonna handle light work for them.
Handle that business.
But yeah. So other matches that we have coming up, we got match against main event tomorrow, and then we have. This is gonna be our last match for a little while at PAPW. Friday night alley fights. September 17th, we're gonna be over at Proving Ground, and then September 24th, we're back at Fight Life.
Awesome.
Then after we beat main event, we'll have another tag match. Whoever we beat then, and then Miracle Generation versus the Haven round 2. I said that right, round 2.
Let's go. Take my money.
And then just gonna be us holding open challenges every single week. You know what I'm saying? I know you got 1-2 matches, but listen, open challenges. I don't care. I'm with all the smoke.
Listen, we about to turn up and beat a John Cena or Wrestling Open.
Right.
Damn. Kyle, he goes, that's cap. I said something, you lying ass. I love all you guys. I feel like You guys all have to come back for the 200 episode. I think that's the decision. I think I have to deal with all of you on
Yeah.
here. I know Dustin will be the quiet one, and I'll just watch you guys fight each other.
That's a real like introvert, so you get to know him. Then it's like you
Yeah.
can't
Yeah. I love all you guys. Well, tell everybody.
I love this so much. Dustin's like just so funny, but I'm sad because like not everyone gets to see like how funny
Right.
he really is.
Right.
He's so quiet. He's so quiet. It's all
At the
good.
same time, I'm the same way. Just probably like one of the most like comfortable I've been like on the podcast.
Well, you guys know me.
Truthfully, yeah.
I appreciate that, really. Well, you guys know me. I'm a nut. I like to have fun. I drive you guys all freaking crazy. I don't know how you stand me. But I'll make it up. I promise I'll bring cookies eventually for all you guys. So
Yes,
let
please.
the weather cool down so I can bake again because it's too hot to bake. But I promise I'll bake some cookies for the full miracle generation. How's that?
Mm.
So so just for that. So, but tell everybody where they can like follow you guys, merch, all that good stuff.
On Instagram, I am x.shimmy.215. He is the Oynx main. You can find us on Twitter with the same tags. On Facebook, look us up, Shawn Knyte, J Oynx, and what's your Twitch, so that way they can find you.
Oh,
What's your Twitch? Drop
I'm about
that.
to change to the Oynx main. That's also my TikTok account now, the Oynx main. I'm about to change my Twitch to Twix.
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 No, wait. Tell the fan base what candy you like, because maybe the fans will bring you some candy.
Reese's. That's my favorite. Reese's.
Man, I don't know. Rice Krispie treats. I used to love Rice Krispie treats a lot. Talking about candy bars, Snickers.
There you go. Because I've watched Landon Hale is one that a bunch of fans randomly brought him Twix bars. So
He did. They did.
Yeah.
They definitely
he
did.
messaged me. He was like, "Oh my God, Tiff." He was like, "A fan brought me Twix bars," and I was like, "Get out of here." I was home. I was like, "That's funny." I was like, "Well, I'm glad you got some candy from my fan base. I love the fan base. Much love to the fan base."
Also, I'm a sucker for sour candy. If any fan brings me sour candy, I'm giving them a big ass hug. So, listen.
I feel like I just gotta like make a basket of candy. Well, I know you guys said like, well, we still all have to go out for tacos. This is like, yeah,
Absolutely.
we have to go to the
That taco place looked good. I'm so upset that we didn't go.
yes.
Because I was in the mood for tacos.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I was excited because me and Kyle have been talking about this taco place for a while, and then I would just randomly send him
Do
photos.
they strictly sell tacos, or do they sell like quesadillas? And
Oh
shit?
yeah, it's just like I think they said like they have bowls, whatever. Like I told Alex Zane like one day when he's here, I have to take him there because I remember I took a video because there's a party box. I saw a friend had it, I think it was, or maybe it was an ad on Instagram or something. So they had like a taco box, and instead of like buying individual tacos, you buy like, you know, for the size. So you could buy for like 4 people, and they'll give you like 12 taco shells, and they'll give you a protein, and then they'll give you lettuce and cheese and like all sorts of sauce or whatever. And it's cheap. It was like $35. So a lot of times when I do wrestling, like at my place with friends, instead of like ordering pizza or something, we do tacos from that place. So but yeah, so we'll get Dustin some candy since he doesn't eat, according to you guys. That's what you guys told me.
Dustin is the candy man.
Well, I'll get him some candy and we'll go get some tacos. How's that? I love it. I love it.
Sounds
I
great.
couldn't even tell you what Dustin's favorite food is. He's just, bro. I guess ramen. That's the only thing I've probably seen him eat.
No, crab ragoon. That's his favorite.
That is his favorite, right? He has mentioned
Crab that it busts. So I don't blame him for that.
I'm dead. Awesome. Merch. There's merch, right? Like if people want to buy merch
Yes.
from you, tell everybody.
Merch. We have a pro wrestling tees, but that has like our very first shirt up there. I'm still working on getting to another website so I can put all of our merch up there because for whatever reason, pro wrestling tees have been hoeing us and they didn't want to add the Haven shirt that we have currently
Yeah.
because apparently it's online. It's a form of the Hunter x Hunter logo. It's another anime.
Yeah.
So I guess I drew it too well that it looks like the actual logo. But anywho, yeah, any merch, y'all can hit us up in the DMs. Let us know.
Yeah, I want pictures of our cute ass faces. Feel free.
By the way, Dustin's in the chat. He popped in. Hi. He goes, yes, Candy.
Oh my god.
He the skinny. I'm not gonna say that.
I'm dead.
I feel like I know what you was about to say. I think I
yeah,
finished it in my head.
you know what? I'm not in the mood to potentially get canceled.
Damn. You're gonna get like the text messages. It's like off the air, and it's like, you motherfucker. I love it. Well, all those links are in the description below. If you guys,
we're gonna have more shirts and hoodies coming real soon. We got surprises.
Hoodie season's coming.
Hoodie season.
I'm
gonna let my fault. Go ahead.
I'm still waiting for my tank top. Like, Dustin,
Listen.
Kylan, what's up?
Yeah.
I'm kind of upset here.
Hoodies, we gonna have them. We got black hoodies, pink hoodies, green hoodies. All the hoodies, we buy them based off of y'all letting us know. So tell us what color y'all want, what size, and we got you.
See, Dylan made me a tank top. What's up? Like, come on, I want a lady tank top. Why is this so hard?
We could get you a tank top.
Lady tank. It has to be a lady tank top because there's the men tank, and I'm busty. I'm sorry, I don't care. I'm busty. I mean, I made Kyla die at Fight Life because he's like, I'm gonna get you an extra small, and I was like, you see me, right? I was like, I'm fat. I was like, well, I'm not even gonna say what I said, but I was like that. The problem with the regular tank tops, like for the guys, like there will be side boob pretty much, and nobody see that. So lady tank top, lady tank.
Got you.
Now that I think about it, I still don't even have a Miracle Generation shirt, and I'm the one who came up with the damn name.
Right.
I have the pin. I have a pin.
Look at me, bro. Do something about that.
See?
Nah, it's not Kylan. It's Dustin.
I have a pin. So it's on my shrine thingy that I have.
Without Oynx main, there is no MG. Y'all gonna have to pay homage.
Pay homage. Pay up.
I'm dead. Yeah, I think my 200 episode is decided that I have to have the full Miracle Generation as my 200 episode. So we are on episode 192. We're getting there. So next week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah.
What color tank top do you want? Black or pink?
Black.
Gotcha.
Black like my soul.
God.
I'm sorry.
That took a turn.
All right, I gotta stop. All right, well, anyway, go support these guys. Make sure you follow them on all the social medias.
The Haven page, the Haven 203.
Yes.
That's our Instagram follow, and that's our Twitter too, I believe, right?
Yep. The Haven 203.
Also, real Miracle Generation, because Haven is also Miracle Generation.
Absolutely.
As much as we are neglected from that conversation, but we are Miracle Generation as well. Follow Real Miracle Generation, or was it just Real Miracle Gen?
Yes,
Twitter,
Real Miracle Gen.
Yeah. So go follow all of that. Support them. You can watch them
We
mostly.
got Donate Kyle and Dust and Shadow, so we're trying to make our way out of it, but they keep doing shit to increase the gap.
How the hell we make this group and we the black sheep right now? That's crazy.
I don't know, man. They slump more than you right now.
Damn. We'll give them love
Straight.
and tweet at your local independent promotions and get them booked. So I will see what I can do and get into the ears of some promoters so we can get you guys booked. So, but yeah, if you're listening, book them. They're great. They're amazing. They're entertaining. I mean, make sure watch their match with Miracle Generation and watch their match tomorrow at main event. Okay?
Y'all don't want this at y'all promotions? Y'all don't want this at y'all promotion? Come on
You
now.
totally want
Come
it.
on.
Well, thank you guys for coming on and chatting with us. It was a pleasure. You guys are awesome. So I love you so much. And I will see you tomorrow, definitely, because I'm coming up. So I'm going to be loud.
Watch main event get sent to the back of the line. Listen.
I'm just like, I'm team both, though, because, I love all you guys. But, yeah.
Straight.
They about to go outside, bro. You be like, damn, bro, this team
Both
I
these
like.
teams. I love you all. So bring streamers if you're coming tomorrow. So a fan brought me a bag of streamers, so they're in my car. So I'll bring some for tomorrow. But anyway, well, like I said, next week Tyree Taylor's coming on. We can talk to him about Brad Hollister. That is going to be.
That's another big blow for real.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, we're gonna.
He put us on a lot of ish in the indie scene.
He's great.
Oh yeah.
He took real good care of us.
He's great. I know him.
That's the way they sue. He's a real cool dude. I'm about to tune in for that.
What did you say, Kyle? I'm a single wrestler for real. Okay. Well, date Dake Highline if you want.
Dang, he just put Dustin to the side. All right.
Yeah.
He said he going back to his old ways.
Oh, wow. Dustin said, first he said, change your name from the Haven to Miracle Generation, then you'll get out of the shadow. Damn.
Listen, we was the tag team first. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Where's the salt? Because I need the salt.
It's crazy.
I'm done. I love all you guys. You guys are great. So again, support these guys. Support your local independent scene. Get IWTV if you're not watching. You know, pretty much just all about the independent scene. So, guys, with that being said, stay safe. Support independent wrestling, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night.